Hi everybody, Flash Tribesman here with a very special episode of Tribesman Tries. Today we are covering Captain of Industry, which I'm very excited about because as you can see on the screen, it's launching on Kickstarter today at Tuesday the 1st of June, 12 PM UK time, 5 AM PST time. The devs have actually given me a Steam key so I can actually do some coverage of the game to coincide with the launch of the game, which is very exciting. So as you can see, at the point when you're watching this video, it will have gone live, which is very exciting. So what is Captain of Industry, you ask? Well, Captain of Industry, this is a website for the game. I'll put all the links for the Kickstarter, for the website, for the Discord. I'll put it all in the links down below so you'll be able to look at it yourselves. But it's a construction management simulation game. You find yourself on an abandoned island where you and your loyal crew are starting a new colony after others spiraled into chaos. Mine, manufacture, harvest, research, explore and more. The key dates for the development cycle which I've been given so far is obviously Kickstarter's, unless I've got my dates, my times horribly wrong, will have kicked off at, like I say, 12 o'clock UK time, so it should have gone, it will have gone live already. The closed alpha is due to launch Q3 2021, and the closed beta is due to go live Q4 2021, with a public early access on Steam available on Q1 2022. The moment the details I've been given that the price is going to be $30. I don't know what that converts to in UK money. I should really look it up, but you know, $30. It's not, doesn't seem that expensive. So obviously this is a press release. So obviously, if they've not done closed alpha yet, then it's a press release. So it's going to be early game. So what they're telling me, have a look. I'm trying to remember what they've told me. I pressed, there we go. Reading from the American Philippe, the developers, between the email they sent me. Our press build covers the start of the game as an in-game manual, should help you determine the next steps and how the game works. However, the game contains a preview of the full research tree so you can have an idea of what is coming soon. Okay. And don't worry if you lose a game on your first try, we've all been there. And believe me, I've lost a game on my first try. That is very true. Anyway, let's dive in there. Let's start a new game. Luckily, because they sent this to me, well, in your time, a few days ago, so I've had a chance to play about with it. Anyway, alright. It is, like I say, it's press release, so it, you know, it's early days, but it's still giving an idea of what it's about. Wait for the game to launch. To load. Here we go. Alright, this is the main messages. This is the main way that the game gives you your, at the moment, it gives you what you've got to do basically. Okay, right, so crew member Captain, we've just docked at the secret island you told us about. It as not on the map. The island looks abandoned, but it seems to have plenty of natural resources. Good. I am glad that the dock is still standing here. Fortunately, the ship is badly damaged. We need major repairs, so we're stuck here until we put the dock into a better shape. How are our food supplies? We have a good amount of food supplies for now, but won't last forever. We need to build farms. However, we are quite low on construction parts. Yes, I am glad you packed plenty of food with us. The lack of construction parts worries me. Is there any way we can make more of them? Actually, right there near the docks is an abandoned communication station. We could deconstruct it and use some metal scraps to smelt iron and make some more construction parts. For that, we'll need to build a furnace for that. That sounds great. However, we'll also need to build a research lab where we can figure out more blueprints that we've lost. Also, the ship is no longer safe. Let's use empty cargo containers for the settlement. We might need to build more as we're already at full capacity. Crew member, a settlement from cargo containers. That's a good idea, Captain. Let us know we should build a research lab on the furnace. Let's get building. So basically, this is telling us we need to build farms because we need to feed everybody. We need to make construction parts to build more stuff. For that, we need metal scraps from the abandoned communication station to then turn it into iron. but to do that we need a furnace, so we've got to build. So we need to supply food, we need to build farms, we need to build furnace. We need a research lab to research for stuff with research tech for everything we've lost. That's 3. And also at some point we're going to need to build more houses to house more people. That's 4. So this gives you your list of the stuff you've got to do, which is a nice little format there. Rather than just giving you a list of build this, build this, build this, build this, it gives you a more conversation to try and make it a bit more personal. Right, anyway, so this is what we can see. This is the food hall, basically food market. As you can see, we've got enough food for 40 months. We have got, excuse me, and obviously we've got this as our settlement where you have got where all people live. We've currently got 75 population, we've got 65 workers available. That's got 60, that's got 60, so we've got capacity of 120, so we've got a little bit more room, I think. Okay. Right, Unity. What is Unity? So, what is Unity? Hopefully, right, Unity. At some point it will tell us what Unity is. So, let me just pause it a second. So that's how much oil we've got. So if we go to Unity, okay, let's get building. So Unity, it's like morale, so to speak. It's like the maximum amount of Unity that can be accumulated. So basically, it's like the morale, how everybody feels. So basically, the more Unity you've got, the better it is for the settlement. The lower Unity you've got, the worse it is. Health, as it says on the tin. That's basically how many people, more food, available workers. It's like morale. It's like, for example, basic example. So what we need to build. So if I click on, let's look what we've got down. We've got metallurgy. Yes, that word down there. Smelting, transport. So this is obviously where we've got blast furnace. So smelts various materials such as steel or copper. The output is molten material that needs to be sent via molten channel transport for instance to caster for the process, and molten materials cannot be transported via trucks. So we need to build this. So let's just build it. It does build it right next to where we're going. So that's, we're going to deconstruct that. So we're going to build it right next to it, which makes sense. We've built that. Is it going to tell me anything else I've got to do? Nope. But I know what I've got to do because I've done it already. Right, so he did say, and it does say in here that you need to use, what does it say? It needs a molten channel transport, so we have to move it into, so what else we've got down here? So that's going to cast molten materials into slabs, so this will make it into slabs. So if I then put that there, and then we need to go into here, and our transport is where we're going to find our molten channels. Brilliant. And I wonder if we can connect a second molten channel to that. I wonder if that's going to kill it a little bit. Let's try, can't we? If I don't want to do it, I'm going to not do that. I'm going to put Metal on pause. I'm actually going to switch that around. The big thing about this is this is about resource management. It is definitely about resource management and not making a mess of resource management, doing it in the wrong order. If I then put you there like so, and then if I put another one opposite, 2 in there, they're too close to each other, aren't they? That's a research tree, we don't want to do that, I'll show you that in a minute. I might leave that there, just to give me a chance to put another one at some point, because we've got supposed to do 2. That's connected. Right, okay. Okay, so that is connected there. That needs... What are you there? What are you... I don't know what's going in now. A second, you don't like something. Let's just pause it a second before I get stuck into it. Right. What are you there? So let's try this again. I know that's a smokestack, that's why I've got to get careful of that. I'll show you what it is in a minute. I think, if I get this right. Let's just spin you around. What I don't want to do is get this layout wrong, because if I get the layout wrong we're in trouble. Right, that is a smokestack, I think, so it needs to be a smokestack. There you see the steam coming out of it. Smokestack. So if I spin your handle, I need one of them there somewhere as well. Put you there. That just needs a normal pipe, so I'm going to get you to there. Like so that. Brilliant. So what does that give us? We've now got right, so obviously we need charcoal, because we can't, we need charcoal to power it, because without that we can't power it. So I'm going to put that like so. I'm going to put you back there. I need to be careful. Yeah, if I put you there, that makes charcoal, so we need to make charcoal to power it. But I need to be careful I don't block the path off to my vehicles, which I have done in previous attempts. Okay, so let's now crack on with that. Let's hit go and see what happens. While it's doing that, what I'm then going to do is I'm going to build that. That's going to say that's then should tell me hopefully that I need to then get wood. So at the moment we need to make. So we're missing output wood because we haven't got any coal, so we need to make wood. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to one of these vehicles are doing what they're doing. And they built that, so I'm going to go to you. I'm going to assign you to tree harvesting, and I'm going to go down to there, and I'm going to harvest this lot of trees. Get this lot down here. Harvest that lot. Because if you let's have a quick tour of the island while it's doing that. Quick tour of the island. That tells us click and drag selected trees. That's fine. Okay, so let's go through. So here we've got storage, fluid storage, which is either for petrol, because at the moment everything is stored here on this dock. Everything is stored here. Alright. Shipyards is overloaded with cargo. We don't mind cope with it for the time being. So everything on there. So what you then do is research and build storage. Build at the moment research. We need to build a research lab. So let's take that some out of the way, because I'll tell you why in a minute. So I'm going to put you kind of. It doesn't really kind of give you. And why I'm going to put that down close to the dock somewhere, keep it out of the way, because what I realised in one of my early games, which I made a mistake of, is if you try and put settlements down, you can only put them in vicinity of another settlement. So if I was putting builders around here and then blocking my settlements off to people. Food market, it's where people buy the food from. That's harvest trees, obviously. That's like, there we go, tutorial for iron smelting. So let's have a look at this. Right, so as soon as you get it, so furnace allows melting ores, scraps, and other products into molten metal, which can be cast into final projects for casting. Smelting iron. The easiest way to smelt iron is use metal scraps, basically. The more scalable way is to use iron ore mined from deposits. At the moment we're using scraps. We're going to use that to build that. So if I go right, hang on a second. Well, that gets out in a minute. Alright, so they should start taking that apart. I might have to tell them fuel. Right, so fuel, furnace is coal as fuel, while wood is and does not burn hot enough. We can use a charcoal burner to produce coal from wood, which I've done that because I've done this a few times. We've already harvested wood. We don't want to make it too much because we might need trees for something else. And at the moment, I never found out if we actually then did start replanting trees. So we've done wood harvest. The waste product, again, the waste product is a natural pipe, is a exhaust pipe. So we've got that, but it's fairly comprehensive. Start recycling that. So it's fairly comprehensive in terms of its what you've got to do. Right, let's go to layers. So down here, this is obviously. Let's see if you want to copy some. Research lab is ready. Let's go to research lab. Alright, the research lab is ready. Captain, thank you for building a lab for us. I just came from there. It looks amazing. Where we start researching new technologies, but we need to know what to focus on. This is fantastic. Do you have any recommendations? Again, it's giving you a clue what you think we should do. Yes, first thing we were thinking of is farming. Secure reliable food source. Farms take a long time to start producing food. We should not delay their construction too much. Second, construction parts assembly. Since we are low on parts, we will need to build a lot more stuff. We'll also need to start smelting iron and harvesting wood to create construction parts if we run out. If we run out, we won't be able to start building any more buildings, which makes more sense. Third, beacon. The island is not on the map, so it is unlikely anybody will find us. but there are surely other small boats that are searching for refuge. If we erect a beacon and power its light, use electricity, we can attract refugees. The more people we have, the more things we can do. Okay, it's going to be a tough choice. We do need what do labs need in order to operate? Research is intensive, but we need unity to progress. Here we go. Unity is a naturally generated in settlements when people are well and happy, but they can decrease when their needs are not met. You can visit the settlement to see the details. You can also later provide settlements with more service to get more unity. Sounds good. With more unity, we can build more research labs to speed up progress if needed. Useful to know. So again, in form of conversation, it gives you the tutorial in form of conversation. So its order is it says we should do farming first, then construction, then the beacon, which I do agree with. So unity is going up. So if we look at here now, open settlement information. So we're not under capacity. We've got unity count, so we can't get more than 30 unity. We're not close at the moment. Population is growing. There's no disease, and everybody's happy. Marvelous. So let's go to the research lab. Or you can open it that way, or you can go to it down here, a little bottle there. So obviously, when they said in the email they sent me what you can do, this is fairly blinking big. So let's pause it there. Wormhole gate, Stardust collection, heavy cargo rocket. This suggests you can go off planet, space station, cargo rocket. Then you got all this kind of, so that's not the far end. Microchip, you get more and more complex steam generator. Ship weapon, suggests could get combat. Microchip production, and various different types of technology, different technologies you can get. Conveyor belt, speed up production. Vehicle management, that will give you increased speed limit. Drugs. Yeah, it's like I say, this better power generation, electric boiler. As we get down, more research, pipes. I'm not whether this is a final, but this is a doubt with different things you can start constructing. Better construction parts, household goods, electrical goods. So I'm assuming the more you progress down the research tree, the better things you can actually research, and the better things you can provide for your colony, which then improves unity. And again, you just kind of, as we go back down the silicon, more electronics, fuel tank upgrade, advanced smelting, water recovery, and you just basically large excavators, all the different things you can research, the different ways you can go, the different routes you can go. It's going to be about it's going to be about choosing the path you take in your research. So it's going to take a lot of decisions which way you go. Again, weapon systems, does that suggest you're going to get combat? You know, for irrigated farms, better farming. So as you can see, you can take as you work your way through, you can open lots of different paths. I've still not worked out what that means. I think that's the time it takes. I think the lower the number, the quicker it is. But that's me guessing. Let's get basic farming on first. Because clearly, if you've got basic farming, allows various crops, can be used for food production, potatoes. Yes, basically farm. So start researching that. Clearly, if you've got better unity, you can build more research stations. Then you can pursue multiple paths of research. It's going to be all about quality. It's going to be about quality management. It's going to be about resource management. Right, so we pause. Let's unpause this. I've just dealt with that. There's nothing new in the old inbox, is there? Okay, right. So they're working on that. So that's working on that. So what we're then going to do, that's working on, what have I told us to work on? Farming. Now let's go to the layers. So that's destroy stuff, and that's if you want to copy stuff. What we're going to do here now, we're going to go into this. Is our layers. This gives us layers. So if I'm just going to pause that so I don't lose track of what's going on. So obviously sand is, at some point that's going to be useful. Don't know what for yet because we haven't researched it. Iron ore. This ain't going to last forever. So we need to get over here and get that mined. But first, before we can do that, we've actually got to research it, I think. Yeah, minus, we've actually got to research it. So we need farming, we need to do that. So I think the plan's going to be farming into construction, and from construction up into vehicles, because that will give gives us vehicle depot, also gives us mind control, enables a sample of excavations and trucks to be designated mining areas. The mistake I've made is build too much too quickly. It's about resource management, it's about patience as well with this. So you've got iron over it, and over here, coal. So again, we don't. If we go and just chop all our trees down, we might. I'm not sure whether anywhere in this is like for. I don't know whether on the research tree there's anything for reforestation. So if I go chop all our trees down, is that us going to go like basically out of trees? So what we have to be careful is we don't go and chop all our trees down before we've, in case we can't grow any more, basically. So you've got trees here. Up here we've got copper, useful. We've got a lot of copper. Whether we need it, and I don't know what we need it for yet, but I'm sure at some point that'll come up in research. More sand. Up here, gold. And that's going to come useful at some point. We've got a lot of coal over here. Lots looks like it's underground. We've got coal. That looks like it's sand, but you can't see any sand. You see all the different resources we've got here, and up here more. We've got more of the iron ore. At the moment, we don't have any raw oil. So the map's not telling us we've got any oil, and that might be because we actually haven't researched. We might have to research all to find it. Oh, there we are, just there, oil. So at some point, it's worth remembering. Okay, right. So we've got oil there. So, but at the moment, our main focus has got to be on coal and iron ore. It's the order we've got to do, because before we can do that, we've got to do all the research to get there. So we hit that there. So we've got plenty. Like say, what we've got to be careful of is you don't overdo building stuff before you can actually start replacing your supply of construction parts. Because for anything you build, so we look at building a storage, it says it will cost us 20 construction things, these things, whatever they're called. So if we can build too much too quickly, we end up running out. In terms of work, you don't actually see physical workers, so like you don't see people. Whether that changes, I don't know. But it says we've got 45 workers available, and we've currently at the moment got six vehicles. We've got one on cutting down trees. We've got 5 drivers available to assign. They're not doing anything. So we own 6. 5 are doing nothing. All right. So what we could do, because we've got 5 doing nothing, I'm going to assign a couple more. I'm going to assign 3 to tree cutting, because at the moment we're not doing anything, are we? Alright, this is a boat which needs repair, but before we can repair it, we need to get this sorted out. So at some point, again, you go into research, which is I'm going to go down here. At some point, I spotted it on an earlier run, loose material storage, which I'll come to that in a minute, and that in a minute. Construction part 2 is just the concrete mixer. Here we go. Dock repair again. Right, so we then have a decision, because if we go into, is it here? Starts world map. We've got other areas to look at. So we've got. Hang on a second. We've got things there. So what are these things? So you almost in a dilemma. Do we make a beeline for this to try and get to there? Do we make a beeline going mining into construction and then into there, if that's possible, to make a beeline for that? Because once we're into there, ship dock repair, we can then start looking at getting the ship repaired and get out and investigate these other question marks on the map. Or do we look at this? Because this is, we need loose storage. This is what we need to store coal, iron, stuff like that. So if we go into mining, there's only so much we can stick on the dock. So at some point we are going to have to look at researching. Where's it gone? Researching this, so we've got storage. But then also you've got to think maintenance, because believe it or not, trucks break down. On one of my runs, I think I went crazy, built far too much stuff. Forgot to do this. I think I had about 15 trucks and about 3 diggers, and they all broke down. And I was like, game over, because they all broke down because I forgot to do that. So there's a lot of things you've got to do to keep everything running. Beacon, Again, you can build a beacon. We could research that. We could go research that next. We could go after we've unlocked this. I think since we've unlocked construction. Once we've unlocked, we've got to unlock construction. We've got to do farming's done, so we're going to go construction next. Go reconstruction to build machine parts. Okay, because we can still we've got machine parts done. So as soon as we've got construction, means that as soon as we can build a building, start building machine parts. As soon as we've done that research, we can then go up to vehicles. However, if we wanted to, we could ignore that and we could go straight into here and build a beacon. But as soon as we build and power the beacon, we instantly start going to get people going. Well, people moving in. Then you're into a problem of then having to build more houses, which uses more construction things. And so it's that kind of like making a decision, but also understand the implications behind. Make decisions. It's like a juggling. That's like a juggling act. So let's build some farms. Food production farm. Now I'm not. So we need to build it away from the settlements. So I'm thinking kind of something like there. I'm thinking like a row of farms. Because it's just kind of build a couple. We're going to build one for the time being. So let's build another one. Do we want to build two? Like the devil not. Get them working on that. So what I'm going to do now is I've got 3 available to assign. So we've got 6 doing now, and we've got 6. We've got 6 in total. What you can't do is auto find who's not doing anything. But I think they automatically jump onto something when they know they've got to do something. So at the moment, so if you look at the vehicles here, they've got like so they've got multiple drivers. So we've got 12 drivers. So it's 2 people. So it's basically 2 people to a vehicle. Basically, basic farm is complete. Dismiss. So it's basically 2 drivers to a vehicle. So that's all we've got working. So we're going to go to the farm. Alright. So here, alright. So no crop selected. So I'm going to select that. It's just green manure, water, fertilizer, fertility. So it adds 10% to the fertility. It says potatoes, so okay, green manure. Alright, I harvest in 6 months. If I then go, I think what if we rotate this, we won't exhaust the soil so quickly. That's what I'm thinking. I might be completely wrong on that, but as we use it, it'll lose fertility. So if we kind of rotate it, we won't exhaust the crops so quickly. So if we've got one that's kind of idling, then so that one's going to be food, manure, and that's going to be manure, food. Hopefully, we should have a constant supply of people making stuff, of farms growing stuff. Okay, so research is done again. Construction, so we open research. Right, now we go down to power and build a beacon, but that's trip master. So I'm going to go to construction because we need to get going up on that. So we need to get into this so I can build a mine and start getting some iron ore out, because that ain't going to last forever. Believe me, that's not going to last forever. So at the moment, you've got vehicles not doing anything. So what I could do with him, I could go into vehicles, and I could go. Let's assign all 6 to that. I'm going to assign a couple, I think, because we want a couple spare. So we've got 1 doing nothing. Unit is increasing, so is the population. Food's starting to go down a bit, but we've still got plenty. That's getting working. The construction cogs, I can't remember what they're called. Construction parts are starting to run down. Right, so let's keep them up. So let's keep working on that. See what I might do is just so we can show you storage fluid. So we've now got storage containers. So I might put the storage container just here. So the dock's over capacity. So we want to get stuff off the dock, basically. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go like that. I'm going to go to transport links. I'm going to pipe from there. And then we're going to turn it on because I built it the wrong way around. So let's just do that and get rid of you and try that again. So if I spin you around like that, let's try that again, see if that works this time. So not you, your storage stack. So what's going on here now? Yeah. Okay, this has been problematic. So let's go to use. Let's try this again because this does. Let's pause it because things are happening and I'm losing track of what's happening. Green on green, we have a connection, right? So we've got that. So we've also just spotted now an assembly. This will build as our construction parts. So in theory, we should build this right to where stuff's getting popped out. There, let's get you going there. We've also got storages. We've now got a storage hut. So what I'm thinking is, I'm going to build a couple of storage units next to the farm. I'm going to build one next to the farm. So I'm going to go up here. I'm going to take a couple of people. I'm going to take 3 off there. 3 off there. Okay, so that's doing that. Let's unpause it. Okay, I'm going to build another one for wood, and I'm going to build the wood over near the forest there. Okay, so we get on with that. Population is popping up. So what you can do with this, what Unity allows you to do is I can spend quick build for 1 Unity. Alright, rapidly speeds up construction. Current construction. Missing materials are instantly delivered without waiting. If materials are not available, they're required for Unity, which can increase this cost significantly. Right, so you can quick. It says the better Unity, the better you can quick build, which is useful. But we're not going to we'll hold out on that. So now, if you notice, we've got 10 employees on that, and we've got 10 employees on that. They say they've got no water, which is a slight concern. Okay, I'm not sure I can do that. Assembly's ready, so we're now assembly ready we can start producing construction parts. Wonderful. We will need a lot of construction parts for this to build everything we need. I will have to make sure we have enough iron. Totally captain, just one thing in mind: some buildings and vehicles require regular maintenance. You should research and build the maintenance depot as soon as possible, otherwise their equipment will start to break down. Yep, okay. Right, so that's now one that we need to build something. That's another kind of hint for what you've got to do. This worries me, we've got no water. Soil level. Every crop needs water to grow, replenishes during the rain. Right, so hopefully it'll rain, that'll punish that, so that'll fix that if it rains. Hopefully there ain't a lot of water left. So what's the research doing at this moment in time? So we're working on mining. I think what I'm then going to do is I'm going to go water next, I think. That's going to be the next one on the line, is that, because it will take us a bit of time. We need to research that because we need storage containers to store the stuff. However, I might go with that first because we are going to need water at some point. See, raining, sir. Yeah, that's going on. So let's get you assigned to food. Let's get you assigned to wood. Let's get you assigned to diesel. Okay, right. That's still getting help. That's still going down a little bit. Right, so let's have a look. So we've got nothing else to build yet. So what have we looked at? Housing. So housing, food market, stats. So that just tells us what we've got. So maintenance. Okay, we're not maintenance. Services are basically food costs. What's food costs us? Pollution, but none of that. Population, housing caps there. Total population, workers needed, sick pop. So at the moment we're fine. We're okay. We're not running out of workers, so that's what we've got to keep an eye on. Workers needed, total population. Okay, so at the moment we're fine on that. Unity is generated, consumed. Okay, so Unity is doing what we want on Unity. Again, just gives you a breakdown of how everything's working and where where you're gaining and where you're losing. Pop difference, fine. Fuel, okay. Just gives a little bit of extra stuff to look at, extra assistance to keep you going. Construction starts the parts. We need to build a warehouse for that as well. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into storage. I'm going to put another one kind of. I want to put it kind of there. Okay, we're going to put, and that'll be. We'll use that construction part. So what I'm then going to do is I'm going to go into trucks. I'm going to take another one off of there. I think. So then I'm on the wood. So that should be built pretty quickly. That's going to be built up quite quickly. So we can assign you to construction parts. Okay. So they're building construction parts now. Vehicle mine is built. Let's hit a pause. Open research. Right, I'm going to go down. I see. We can't do that. Why can't we do that? Have I got to do power first? Locked. Why are you locked? Tell me why I've got to unlock. Unlocks. Right, so I'm assuming then I've got to complete. Have I got to complete? Yeah, I wonder if you've got to complete everything into that. Yeah, I think you've got to do everything into that. So let's just complete that. And we'll complete that. Hopefully it'll lock it, it'll move into that. Because it kind of suggests you can get straight over there, but you must have to go down here to get to that first. You must have to complete it before to get to that. Okay, that's just working on that. There's no researching that. So if I come back here to the now, hit pause. Okay. Tutorial, dumping and mining. Right. Again, I'm not going to read all of this, but basically it tells you how to mine. Dumping. Below is an incorrect. Dumping is very similar to mining. The main difference is that you need to designate dumping destinations of the terrain. It's basically how to dump stuff, basically. Right. So let's get into mine that. Yeah. So it gives you a comprehensive kind of tells you what I've got to do. So what we're going to do first of all, we're going to go into mine destination. So no. Mining control tower. So I'm going to put control tower right smack in the middle. Rotate it so we're looking the right way. Get the building on that. When that's built, we'll lay out a main. When that's built, we'll lay out a mine when that's been done. Let's go a bit quicker on it. Well, that's been done. So, well, that's been done. Okay, so. Right, so we've now got to assign it. We're not going to assign a truck to it. There's no point assigning a truck to it yet, because what we then need to do is with what we've got to do now, before we can even do that, is I've just remembered the jigsaw puzzle that is this game. We've got to unlock that before we can then unlock. Is it this one? Maintenance, mining. We need to build a vehicle depot. That's what I've got to do. We've got to build a vehicle depot. So. It's remember everything's going to be transport, vehicle depot. Yeah, it's kind of buildings. Okay, vehicle depot. Where should we put you? It's kind of It doesn't kind of give you much of a clue where to put everything. We'll stick you there. Kind of group everything to kind of resources in some kind of manner. Okay, so that's you over there. So what we'll do, might as well do it now anyway. Designation. So we're going to go like. I'm going to go like that. Okay. No, it didn't work, did it? Hang on. Yeah, that's worked. And we're going to go to dumping now, and I'm going to go dumping. Let's go dumping. See if we can just work up here like this. If I go like that up there, we can always create a little hill. Okay, so that goes with that. So go with that, hopefully it'll work. Construction parts are running scarily low. That's why we've got to be careful with construction parts. is we are running low, very, very low. So you see what happens when they spit those 4 out. Hopefully that'll increase us to 8. What we might have to do is build another. See, that's gone up already, so we're increasing construction parts. So it's working on it. So what I might do, because I think if we're not careful, we will run out. Rotate. Let's put another one there. Oh, so yeah, so we just be careful not to run out. Okay, well, then that's construction. That's done. So what we can build now, I can go build. Well, I'm gonna build quick build. I'm gonna quick build it. It's gonna use all our Unity, but we need it basically because without it, we need. There we are. So what we can do you now, so you can, so we're going to go over to here. I'm going to assign you to that. I'm going to assign you to that. They should start working on that now, with any luck. They go off to there. They're going to trundle off to that and start working on that. Because we've lost all our Unity, which is a research lab. It's a bit of a concern. Food, how's the food going? They've got water. Delayed 5 months. Right, fine, that's not worried about that. Food's coming out. Okay, so let's not worry about it for the time being. What we should start seeing now is what we then need to do is, I think I've researched it, don't we? Research. Yes, that's now release materials has been done. Okay, so release materials has been done. And then I'm going to do is storage, which is why I haven't done that. No, I've not researched it, have I? So I've not done it yet. It's simple, that's he's going to start mine, he's got nowhere to go. Okay. Right, so can we support another? Oh no, hang on, I'm trying to do it. Yeah. We want another. Let's see if we can get another ice smelter going. Let's keep an eye on that. It's kind of a bit worrying. Nope, that's not. I want this one. I want another plastic metal caster. Let's spin you around like that. Where's my outlet tube? Let's kind of put you kind of on the same side, a bit further up. I'm trying to be careful I don't block the path here. That bit off centre. Be careful I just don't block the path. I've done that on early ones as well. I completely blocked the path to something. There we go. So now you can. I put something in place that meant effectively I cut off my maintenance labs from everybody. They could get to it. Look at that, food's gone up, so food's looking alright. So he's now on the growing, and he is on that. So hopefully by rotating them, might keep the food. He's complaining he's got nowhere to go. Fine. Iron ore, because he's got nowhere to go to put it. Okay, what the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put another control. See, that's going to be down. We're down to 2 construction parts already, so we've got to be so careful building that. Okay, but hopefully that will keep us. So that's kind of what that took a bit of a halt. So if we can't do that to research it, let's look at research. I really should have done that first, because that delay could hurt us. Yeah, that could have really shouldn't have. I've really done that the wrong way around, haven't I? Really? Oh well. Yeah, we're catching up again. Let's go back over here then. Let's go into buildings. My control tower. To face it, arrow is important, I think. So we'll go like that. Put it there like so. Stick you kind of like that somewhat. Let's move you back a bit. So that's the area he covers. Okay, it's cool, it's good enough. Okay, that's fine. So he'll build that. He's going to use all the research is done. So let's go to research. We need to get that done next, and then as soon as we've done that, so you notice everything. So what I'm going to do first is that, and I'm going to go straight into doing maintenance before and then go into water. I think because we need, it's raining again. So we've got power. So now, if I wanted to, I could start power production, diesel generator. However, I'm not going to do it yet because then we can build a beacon and we can start attracting people. However, I'm not sure we've got enough parts. So how our parts, we've increased our parts production pretty kind of quickly. Okay, so unit is going up slightly. Construction parts is going on nicely. How is that getting on? See, that's how quick. Yes, obviously, the bigger the number, the longer it takes. So that's we're flying through that. So as soon as that's done, we're going to go straight onto maintenance, I think. Because that's bitten before, go straight onto that, get researching that. Right, okay, so now what I can now do is I can now get to storage. I can now build a loose storage. And with a loose storage here, that'll do for the iron ore. I'll give that somewhere to store, and then they can start shipping that. And then what? Because what I want to try and do is stop cutting down trees. I want to get this working on the coal next. Okay, dismissed. I've already dealt with that. What did I want to do? What I want to do in it? I want to get into it, and I need another digger. So that's going to take 16 units. So we're never in a million years going to afford that. So that's going to take a lot. So we're going to be waiting a lot for that to get that out. So we need to kind of, it's working on it. This is going to work. So it's, yes. So then if we look into our stats products, so we look at iron, concrete crushed iron. We've got no iron at all. We've got lots of ore but no iron. So we've really got to kind of so that's blast furnace. So if we tell this now, so this is still going to focus on the wood, and it's still going to scrap that. Wait for materials to be removed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into here, and I'm going to take one off that. Let's see if to one doing that now. Okay, scrap metal 8, working 88%. See, that's going to be gone soon. It ain't going to be a lot of that left soon. Yeah. So then it's going to need that. It's going to be vastly important. So you can now take iron ore. You're going to go to there and you'll dump that there. You're nearly full of wood, which is fine. Maintenance complete. Let's go into research and let's just slow it down a little bit. Research. Research. I've done maintenance. So now, water. Harvest rainwater. Provides fresh water for the attached settlement. Returns wastewater that needs to be disposed of. Okay. Right. Okay. So we'll have this because that'll help Unity if we give them fresh water. Okay. So now that's dealing with that. So what I can do now, if I go to buildings, and now I've got a maintenance depot. So maintenance depot, I'll stick the maintenance depot kind of here. Not there, so we're going with that. Construction parts is going great. He's on his way up there. How's our digger getting on? How is our digger getting on? I'm looking at down here, aren't I? Where is he? Where's my vehicle yard gone? So, is he on his way yet then, or what? Where is he? We built him already. Cool. So, what I can do now is hit pause a minute so I don't lose track of what's going on. So, minor designation. So, we're going to go rotate it like that. And dumping designation. We're going to dump it. Where should we dump it? Let's put it over here. Let's have another look here then, shall we? Rotate it. Okay, so that gets on with that. And then we need to assign a truck to that as well, don't we? So we need to assign a truck to that. Let's assign to that. What I then want to do is also build a loose storage next to it as well. So I ain't got to travel very far. I'm now starting to look at that, thinking we are going to need to build that beacon soon. So what I'm going to start doing immediately now is when I've got the chance to, we're going to get a residential block going. I'm going to put it here because I've got a plan. Because I'm going to build water that down here, so we ain't got far to go. Because that's going to use a lot. That's going to use a lot of people. So that's unpause. That's going to use a lot of resources. And what we don't want to do is have people coming in. We don't want people moving into the settlement before they've got housing. We've got none of them popped out, so let's get that working on. Let's assign 2 to that one. Let's assign 2 to that one. Now, bulky, so let's going to build one more of them. Get 2 on each. What's he looking for? Iron ore there. Ooh, actually, I'm actually not going to assign you at all. I'm going to move you over here. I'm going to assign you over here actually. I'm going to say you assigned over there. You assigned over there actually. I'm also going to assign you an extra truck as well. Get you assigned an extra truck. Okay, so what we're looking over there, so construction parts, we're just about holding our own on that. Maintenance is coming slowly, that'll be done soon, so that'll start taking care of itself. Thank goodness. What I can then start doing is get them to stop chopping trees down. Actually, I'm actually going to assign another truck, 2 trucks. I'm going to add another truck to that as well, because one of them can do the coal and one can do the rubbish then. So we'll let the coal build up here. Let's assign coal to here. Let's go coal. Because what you can then do, if I skipped over here to not this far, he says. Let's go down here. What you can do, you can switch this to run from. This is running from scrap. This is doing scrap metal. We ain't got scrap metal. So I'm going to run you from iron ore. To switch both on, and then you can get them to stop use iron ore. And then if I pause this, it'll stop doing charcoal. So we want to make sure first we're not going to run out. I've got plenty of wood. We want to get some coal stored first. That built very quickly. I'm surprised how quickly that built. That built very quickly. Okay, so that built a lot quicker than I thought it would do. Okay, so what we can do now is we can go to power. Generator is kind of need oil, so I'm going to put you kind of. Scroll in a bit. There, and we're going to go to pipes with a green dot. I'm then going to go to, is it here or is it in buildings? Beacon. So what I'm going to get the beacon, I'm going to put the beacon just kind of like there. Okay, that'll get them building on that, so I'm going to unport. That's working on that. So there, that's get some supply up. That's getting some in there as well. So I want to get them ahead of themselves, so that we don't. So we've got a bit of a backlog, and then what we can then do is eventually stop chopping trees down. Because the moment we're charcoal burners, so what I might do for the time being is go into here, and I'm going to take one person off tree harvesters. We've got nobody having to tree harvest at the moment because we need wood over here for these construction parts as well, according to this. They need wood as well. Unity's going up. We're running out of workers now. However, as soon as that's so we've got, as soon as the settlement's come, what I've noticed is what you're doing is start getting out of control with people coming through. More people you can handle. See, that's taking ages, that is. That's taking a long time. Right, okay. So that says what we need to produce. So what I noticed at the moment, you can't prioritise what you want built first. Not enough electricity. Yeah, so that'll do. It's going to do that first. It's going to do that. So quick look up here. So that's what I might do is let's have a look at. I know I'm not got enough electricity. Let's get another. He's waiting for me to. He's waiting for iron. Okay, so he's coming. What I might do, I might open up a second coal as well. Let's go to the second minor designation. That way. Okay, oh yeah. Not like that, does it? It doesn't look like that. Okay, so I want to go to. There you go. I'll do that. So it should be better. I should be happy with that now. Okay. So as soon as we get another element out, we can. What are you waiting for? You are waiting for what? You are waiting for copper, which I don't have. Do I not have copper? You've got copper left. We don't just got enough beacon ready. The beacon's ready. So the beacon is ready. Captain, the beacon is up. We'll need constant supply of power from our diesel generators to keep it running. Also note, manning the beacon requires unity. It was time. I hope we will be able to provide refuge to as many people as possible. And we will need more people to help us here. Captain, it's very nice of you. We just need to make sure that we have enough space for our settlement and enough food for everyone. People will not be happy if they're homeless and their unity will down because of that. Today we've got basically got to make sure we've got enough room, enough food. So decline over time. Okay, hang on. I'll make sure we scale up food production. How effective is speaking along to the effectiveness will decline over time. We'll need to repair our ship and start exploring around to get more people to join us. Right, okay, so again, it's then just giving you an indication that you're not going to get your beacon. That's just telling you your beacon's only going to give you a certain amount of growth. So you are waiting for copper. So you're going to get the copper from there. We're going to start. We're going to start researching copper soon. You should go to there. I've got this. If I understand this correctly. There we are. You now should have copper. You should go to there. Go on. That does that. That completes that. He's off for. Where are you going? Okay. Okay, so that's now up and running. So that's now up and running. We've now got. Okay, what's wrong with you now? Not enough power. Now still a little generator. Is that not got? That's got nothing in it. Keep full. Why are we not? Oh, hang on, because I've got to go unload. Okay, that'll now move that into there. I didn't unload it. Okay. Let's have a look what we're doing. Coal mine over here. So, getting coal, good. That's getting a bit better. So what that should then happen is if I pause this, if I pause that, let's see what happens. It now pushes emphasis onto the coal mines to supply the coal for in here. So we'll pause it, but then if it gets bad, we kick it off again. Right, so we're here now. So we've done this. We've got a choice of basic diesel opens up to. Now I wonder if I've got to do both of these before I can kick onto that. I'm wondering. That gives us, what do you give us? More assembly production. You give us distiller for low grade gasoline, inefficient and produces a lot of waste. Pumps oil out and a waste dump. Or better buildings, allows us concrete mixer. Conveyor belts, vehicle ramps, transport's balance. Ooh, I don't know. Let's go with Alpha time being. Fuel, because we'll run out of fuel, do we? Whilst researching that. Right, so we've also got sick people. Diesel production. So basically, the quantity built on oil reservoir. So if we now go over to, where is it? Nope, that's not what I want to do. Waste dump, we'll do that in a minute. Business depot, housing, food market, water facility. Diesel production, let's go and you'll find oil reserves. So basically, I think I've done this in the wrong order. So we can produce basic diesel production. Yeah, we do it for me now, so we'll do it for me, and that'll get us what we need to do. Okay. Water. Water. Oh yeah. So we're going to get a. Let's get a kind of rain gathering. I'm going to put you kind of there. And I'm going to put. What I'm then going to do is I'm then going to get a from the housing services water facility. You've got to stick it there. What I'm then going to do is I'm going to go back to here and I'm going to stick a kind of rotate you, bung you in there. See if I can get this right. That's what I tried. I got it wrong. Let's just pause that a second, because I can see more warning lights going off. If it's all going to part two, hang on a second. So you're the waste, I think. You're the waste. So I'm going to send you over there. Let's make that connection, and then I'm going to send you. I'm going to send you over. Okay, come on, game. Cool. So now we have essentially blocked off that entire. Yeah, I might have made a mistake doing that. Because really, I've blocked off this entire corner of the mow well. They'll work it out. So it's also thinking about your placements, because now once that pipeline's done, they're going to have to drive all the way around there. They're going to have to drive all the way around there to get to it. Right. So we're low on diesel. We know we're low on diesel. Global supply of diesel is critical. Your runners can run out of diesel. When your diesel supplies are depleted, all vehicles will be unoperable. Make sure you have enough diesel production, as well as supplied input materials. Once Unity only speed them up, but also make them operational. Okay, that's going. Yeah, it's just warners. Got new refugees coming through, which have bought more diesel. Okay, so hurrah! So we get more people coming through. So if you go into there, it tells you that we're expecting 12 refugees in 4 months, and hopefully they'll bring us more stuff. Because we know we've got fuel over here. We know we do. So we'll keep an eye on that. They still seem to work in, because that seems to be okay. Okay, that's working on that. So it seems to be working okay. Just about. What's your problem? I know it's storage, iron ore storage. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to assign you from there, and I'm going to assign you over to here. I'll assign you to here, so I'm going to assign you to there. That's 2 working on that. We'll let that decrease a little bit. Okay. Right. Oh, I've been going a little bit longer than I normally do. Alright, let's go for another couple of minutes. Right, okay. Right, so that's been built there, so hopefully that'll improve Unity there by giving them fruit water. So I've got 60, 120, 180. So we've got 180 at the moment. We just lost a point. Somebody's just died, but I don't know what I can do about that because mortality 10%. Okay, that's not good. Oh well. Plenty more fish in the sea, so to speak. So food is looking okay. Right, go. Yeah, food's looking alright. So cool. So what's your problem? Let's see. What are you doing? Hopefully you won't be in this at some point. So you're there. Okay. Coal's getting full, so let's build another storage. Let's get another coal storage going on. Let's build it just there, so it's like that. Let's get another coal storage going on. Keep our construction parts. Okay, so fuel is getting dangerously low. Hopefully they're going to bring us some more, because otherwise we're in severe trouble. I think. Yeah, we're desperately in severe trouble. There's actually no doubt about that. Yeah, so that's still a long way from going off. Okay, so yeah, so we are running rather low on fuel, and I'm thinking, just on the point we're about to run out of fuel, I might call it just then. I've thoroughly enjoying this. Even it's press build, but it is totally about resource management, about just managing your resources, and just building everything in the right order, and just not doing it, because clearly I've neglected this. So in this we're going to run out of fuel. There's absolutely no doubt about that, and that will kill us, and that will basically end this run because I've run out of fuel. You could hope that the people coming in provide us with enough fuel so we can get. So what I might actually do is what I would do. I'd pause you. I'm going to pause you, and I'm going to pause you, and just basically start pause as much as I can do, because what I'd want to do is make sure we've got enough fuel to get this built, to get this oil built up here, which is, where is it? Here. Enough so we've got enough to get this done here, and then at least got enough raw oil for us to get through and survive. But anyway, like I said, thanks to developers for letting me have a key, because you know it's their pride and joy. It's something they put on Kickstarter. So for me, for them to give me a key, I'm very lucky and I'm very thankful, because it helps the sport channel like mine when developers trust you enough to give you a key for you to actually showcase a game for them. So thanks very much for that. I'm very honoured, really. I hope you've enjoyed that. Like I said, I'll put links to Kickstarter, to the website, to the Discord, and all the rest, and the website and Steam, and I'll put all the relevant links in the description. Head over to Kickstarter, check it out, take a look. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope I've done the game justice, because I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed watching me enjoy it, and screaming at me going, I'm doing it all completely wrong, and we're all going to die, you know, because that's probably is going to happen. But anyway, that's going down the line here, blimey. Just looking at that, you also think the next set of copies all the way up here as well. It's kind of, I suppose I'm trying to get the balance, because what I really should do is, what I might do now actually, if I might pause, I might just not pause leaf construction, but if I pause that should pause everything on there. If I pause that and just pause everything that's non-essential, in a desperate attempt to preserve our fuel supply. Yeah, I might just literally pause everything that's not essential, just pure to preserve our oil supply. But anyway, it's definitely got this one more go at it. This is my third attempt to try and get this right, and I think this is as close as I've come to getting it right so far. But I could keep going on this for ages, but obviously I want to keep this concise so you guys can enjoy it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know. I'm starting to ramble, and whenever I start to ramble, it's time to stop. So, well, I'm going to leave it right here. I'm going to go. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that, and I shall see you in the next one. If you want me to keep playing this, put it on a bit of a mini let's play, I'm more than happy to do that, because I'm having a great time, and see how I get on with it. But anyway, again, I'm starting to waffle, and so I'm going to stop. Anyway, for the second time, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Alright then, bye.